Welcome back to English for grade 11. So far we've been talking about family celebration, and today's episode we will finalize the unit with more exercises. So to wrap everything up, today we're going to talk about vocabulary items, grammar items, and then few language functions, setbook questions, and followed by the writing, just to understand everything and how it goes, and we need to look at the exercises. So let's practice. The first part is the vocabulary. So we want to answer this multiple choice question. We want to choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. So I need you to do it this time. So you know the words, and you know the concept of every rule that we are taking now. So you should know the answer by now. So now question number 1. The blank team always wins. The formal, close-knit, touching, separate. So the close-knit team always win because they are related to each other, they know each other, they understand each other. That's why they always win. Question number 2. Gazing out at the horizon, the old man blank about the past. So he remembered, tried to remember the words, so he remembered the past events. So that's the correct answer, reminisced about the past. Gazing out the horizon, the old man reminisced about the past. Question number 3. There's always a lot of traffic on the blank. So nomad, aborigine, clan, and roundabout. So if you remember the words, and you should go back to episode number 6 to look back those words, and you should know the answer to this question. So nomad is the traveler from one place to another. The aborigine is the native people of Australia. Clan is the group of people related in different families. Roundabout is the actual traffic rules, right? So roundabout is the correct answer. There's always a lot of traffic on the roundabout. So we have another exercise, which is the gap filling, and we want to fill in the blanks with the suitable words. And we have 5 words. We have transition, formal, dessert, subsequent, and originally. So let's take a look at the first question. I'll make a blank complaint to the hospital about the way I was treated. So I'm gonna make a complaint, right? So I'm gonna make it, is it casual? No, I'm gonna make it formal complaint to the hospital about the way I was treated. That's the correct answer. Question number 2. The city grew up blank as a crossing point on the river. So the city grew up blank as a crossing point on the river. Before that, there was no city. So in the beginning, the new thing. So originally as a crossing point. The city grew up originally as a crossing point on the river. So that's the original passage for the river, and we made a city out of it. Question number 3. Development on this issue will be dealt with in a blank report. So it's not going to be in the same report, but it's going to be in a report later on, not with this one. So in a subsequent report. So we're not going to do it with this report, we're going to do it with the following report. Subsequent means the following. Try to remember. Okay, good job. Now we practiced a few vocabulary items. Now let's go along with the grammar practice. So we have a few grammatical rules and we want to practice them. And remember we talked about the past perfect, past simple, yeah? So now multiple choice questions. We want you to choose the correct answers from A, B, C, or D. Question number 1. When I arrived at the airport, the plane blank off. So has already taken, B, already took, C, will have already taken, and D, had already taken. And of course we can take C out because it's about the future, right? And A in the present, so we can take them out. We have B or D, already took or had already taken. This is the past simple and the past perfect. But when I arrived at the airport, the plane had already taken off. So I was late, okay? Next question. They were hungry, blank, they hadn't eaten for several days. By the time, after, because, before. What do you think? So they were hungry, they hadn't eaten for several days. And that's the reason. I'm giving you the reason, because is the answer. Because there's a reason. They were hungry because they hadn't eaten for several days. Question number 3. I blanked dinner before I went to bed. So I went to bed, but before that, I had, have, was having, have had. And remember, we have the verb have can change into the word had. And we have the auxiliary verb had with the past perfect, yeah? So the answer is had. I had dinner before I went to bed. Alright? Now for the set book questions. We have few set book questions that we want to answer to understand and comprehend the unit as a whole. Food is very important when it comes to family celebrations. Can you explain? Of course, you can give me your own answers, and that's fine as long as it is relatable and acceptable in grammatical rules. So you have to, and logical, of course. So you can write your own answers. So I have prepared a answer for you here because we like to share a good meal with our family members to enjoy while gathering. And you can give me your own explanation, and that's fine. All right, let's move to the second question. Is it common in Kuwait to have a baby shower? And justify your answer. What do you think? Do we have baby showers in Kuwait? We've read a passage about baby showers in England, but do we have a baby shower in Kuwait? I think yes. Different name, the same concept. Friends and family support the new parents. So we do have baby shower one way or another. Okay? This is what I think. Maybe you can give me your own explanation, and that's also fine. Now let's go to the language functions. Remember those functions that we talked about and discussed earlier in episode number 7. So we have different structures and different sentences that we can have to help us and guide us through the situations. So let's have a look at this question here. You want to invite a friend to your brother's wedding. What could you say? For example, I'd like to invite you to my brother's wedding this weekend. So this could be an answer, all right? And you can write, of course, your own. You can elaborate more, or you can have enough of that already. Next, your friend asks you about the party's location. So he wants the location of the party. So the party will take place at our house. I hope you can be here with us to celebrate. So I had the place and I made sure that he's coming. I want to know if he's coming. 2 sentences here. The party will take place at our house and I hope you can be here with us to celebrate. Okay? Final question. You want to make sure that your classmate arrives on time. What would you say to him? Please try to arrive by 5 o'clock or 5 p.m. as the ceremony will start immediately. So please try to arrive by 5 p.m. as the ceremony will start immediately. So those are the language functions, and what would we say in the following situations. And now let's move along with the writing. So we have writing, we have an outline and an essay. For the outline, we write the bullet point format to brainstorm and write the ideas as previously mentioned in episode number 8. And then we write the essay in full. We elaborate and give meanings, the main ideas, supporting details, and examples. So we have a descriptive essay as mentioned previously in episode number 8. And we want to give a description to an object, a person, a place, or a thing, and so on. And the goal is to write a topic that the reader have a vision of it. He can see it vividly and clearly. Okay, so this is what we want to achieve at the end. Okay, now for the outline, we have a topic here. You have a family celebration next week. You are celebrating your brother's graduation, and in no less than 14 sentences describe the time and place of the celebration, the event, and the importance of having family celebrations. So that's the question that we want to answer. Okay, so for the introduction, we would say, first of all, we want the hook. So family celebration is the time where all family members gather around. That's the hook. Now we see the thesis statement. The different activities and the memories of the joyful events last forever. So that's our thesis statement. Now for the body, we have 2 body paragraphs. Body paragraph number 1, we would have the following. The time and place of the celebration, and we have That's the main idea, and we want supporting details and examples. We have celebration hall, the food, and during the night. Okay, with the time, the place, and the thing that actually exists there. But in paragraph number 2, we have the event and the importance of the celebration. What is the event and why is it important? So graduating from school, and family support, and finally once in a lifetime. You only graduate from high school once, yeah? So it's a once in a lifetime achievement. That's why it is so important. Finally, for the conclusion, we say, in conclusion, graduations are the best family occasions. And to sum up, this is why my favorite family occasions are graduations. Okay, so we have 2 sentences here to conclude our topic. Now, this is how it looks like in general. So, let's start with the introduction. A student works and learns for 12 years to achieve a goal and to graduate. This essay shows the importance of graduation ceremony for the student and his family members. Parents would host a graduation ceremony to celebrate their child's achievement. So in the first sentence we have the hook, then we have the thesis statement and the planned development, which is the party that the parents hold for their child. Okay. Now the first part of the paragraph we have the following. My parents are holding a graduation party for my brother to celebrate his graduation from school. It'll be at the celebration hall in our community center. The event will start at 8 p.m. and they've hired a caterer to cater the party, and includes every possible thing you can ever think of. That's, of course, the caterer will bring the food. Okay, so we have the place, the time, and the food. It's about the setting of the party itself, what it has and where it is. Okay, now let's go to the third paragraph. High school diploma is a milestone event that happens once in a lifetime. I'm going to the importance of the achievement, yeah? This is what we want to write in the second body paragraph, and this is the milestone event. And remember, milestone event or milestone was given in Unit 1. So I'm using words that I've already understand and took previously in previous lessons. After this moment, the recently graduated student will set the path of his career, and that's why family members attend and show their support. This is where your career starts after high school. The vast majority of students pursue their academic studies and work towards their bachelor degree and higher education. And I wish you all the best in your education. To sum up, high school diploma is very important to have a better career, and it is important that family members get together to celebrate such event. So, now you can write your own essay according to this question. Maybe you can have a different party. You can have a different occasion. It can be graduation, a wedding, a birthday, or whatever you like. You can practice your own essay, and you should practice your own essay. This is just an example of how and what to do in an essay. This is the whole essay, and this is how it looks like at the end. In episode number 8, I showed how to write a good introduction, and we'll go along with next units. And next episode, we will talk about more of the paragraphs and how to write a good paragraph and how to write a good conclusion and so on. But you have to pay attention and you have to practice, because the more you practice, the more perfect you are. So remember that. Practice makes it perfect. So practice until you reach the best outcome of your achievements. In this episode, we practice different exercises regarding the unit, from the vocabulary, grammar, set book questions, language functions, and finally the writing. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.